The petition that I handed out is left over from PRA. It's just a sample. But the parts we're going to talk about will be the same on the new petitions as they were on these. You need to understand that signatures have to be separated by county. So you're going to have to maintain a separate sheet for every county you want to collect signatures from. If you get a signature on the wrong sheet, say for example somebody lives in Oakland County but by mistake you put them on the Macomb County sheet, if you don't catch that, it invalidates the entire sheet. It's known as that's called a mixed county sheet. In the case of a mixed county sheet, the whole sheet is invalid. So be very careful about that. All right. You need to prepare your clipboard before you go out. There's no substitute for having a well-prepared clipboard. You heard it before, you'll probably hear it again. 6 out of 10 people are willing to sign. Almost nobody is willing to wait. So when they indicate that they're willing to sign, you've got to be ready to service them quickly, and that means you've got to have a well-prepared clipboard. You need to separate signatures by county. As I told you, a mixed county sheet, the entire sheet is void. That's about the worst mistake you can make. It wipes out 10 signatures. There's a nice county map, and actually,
if you realize that someone signed the wrong sheet, can you line it out?
Yes. Okay, here we have some very nice maps. They're also available online. This shows every county in the state of Michigan. So if you've got any concerns or questions about which county is where, you've got a map. Those are also available online. There's also a zip code cross-reference, which is available online. When you go out petitioning, you need a minimum of 2 clipboards. That's a minimum. I'm not sure I believe it. I'm told that there are people who carry as many as 10 clipboards. I've seen it. I can't personally imagine handling 10 clipboards and doing it well. But I'm told there are people that manage 10 clipboards. Now, again, and I need to repeat this because it's so critically important. It's probably the most important thing I'm going to say tonight. 6 out of 10 people are willing to sign. Almost nobody is willing to wait. You got to service people quickly. Okay. Now we talk about preparing sheets, getting them ready to go on your clipboard. Now we're going to talk about how to prepare a clipboard. To begin the process, you generate an example signature on the first line of the petition. You start by writing the name of the city in which you live. Next, write your signature. After that, print your name. Next, write your street address. In this blank, write your post office and zip code. Finally is the blank for the date. Opinions on what to do with this vary. Some petitioners leave this blank and fill in the date when they actually go to petition. Other petitioners simply put an example date in. If you should put in an example date, as I'm doing now, then it's very important when the first person signs the form let them know that they need to put the date on which they signed it. They don't copy your date, which at that point is probably going to be a few days ago. Having completed the first line, we now need to complete the area in the lower right-hand corner where information about the petitioner goes. The top line is for your signature, and this line is for the date. Do not sign and date a petition until you are finished circulating it. Any signatures collected with a date later than the date on which you signed the petition are invalid. That'd be a shame to lose good signatures that way. So, you need to print your name, the city in which you live, your street address, and the name of your post office. In order to make one clipboard, you'd need at least 50 sheets. You're typically going to be making a minimum of 2 clipboards, so you're going to need at least 100 sheets. It's time to write the names of the counties on the sheets. Again, this example assumes you're going to be petitioning in Wayne County. So, you begin by writing the name of the county you're going to be petitioning in on 5 or 6 sheets in this area right here. When you're finished with the sheet, turn it face down, and now do a total of 6 sheets, writing Wayne County on each of them. Having completed 5 or 6 sheets for Wayne County, now it's time to complete sheets for the counties that border Wayne County. The first would be Macomb. You're going to write the name of Macomb County on 3 or 4 sheets. Having written Macomb County on 3 or 4 sheets, you now proceed to Oakland County. Next is Washtenaw County. Write Washtenaw County on 3 or 4 sheets. And lastly, Monroe County. Having completed 5 or 6 sheets for Wayne County, and 3 or 4 sheets each for Macomb, Oakland, Washtenaw, and Monroe County, we now prepare sheets for the counties that border Macomb, Oakland, Washtenaw, and Monroe counties. We need to prepare 1 or 2 sheets for St. Clair County. We also need to prepare 1 or 2 sheets each for Lapeer, Genesee, Livingston, Jackson, and Lenawee counties. As you complete each one, place it on the stack. Finally, at the bottom of the stack, to allow collection of signatures from people that don't live in any of these counties we've named, you need about 10 sheets with no county name filled in, so that if somebody surprises you from the northern part of the state, you can simply ask them their county, write it on one of these blank sheets, and you now have a sheet with which to service that person. Just to briefly recap what we've done so far, we've put a sample signature line on each petition. We've put 4 pieces of information about the petitioner on each petition, and we've written the names of the counties on a group of petitions. Again, this example is for petitioning in Wayne County, so the sheet on the top of the clipboard should be for Wayne County. Now we need to make and install some little flags so that the other counties will be easy to get to. Here we have a small package of Post-it notes. This particular size is 1.5 inches by 2 inches. This is a good size for this application. Let me show you how to use these. You take a sheet and pull it off the pad, and notice that I'm going to write on the same side where the adhesive is. The adhesive is up here. I'm going to write the name of the county down here. The first flag I need to make is for Macomb County. Okay, having made the flag, you then want to attach it. The Macomb County flag goes on the very last Wayne County sheet. So you put it on the back of the last Wayne County sheet, and you stick it in place. So when you grab the Macomb County tab and lift up, you find yourself on the Macomb County sheet. You do the same thing for each of the other bordering counties, which would be Oakland, Washtenaw, and Monroe. As you can see, we've made and affixed flags for all of the counties that border on Wayne County. And let me just show you, if you grab the Macomb County flag and you grab it and you flip it over, you're on Macomb County. Likewise, Oakland County, likewise, Washtenaw County, and also the same for Monroe County. Attached flags at the right edge for the counties bordering the county you're petitioning in. The next thing you need to do is to position flags along the top and along the bottom for the counties that border on the bordering counties. The first one of those would be St. Clair. I sometimes find it's handy to take one of these little stickies, and when you get to doing the top and the bottom to save space, I make 2 flags out of 1 sticky, and you'll see that works a little better. That gets them closer to the right edge, and really the closer to the right edge they are, the better they work. So, the first flag that we need to go along the top is for St. Clair. So I will complete that. And attach it. As you can see, I've completed labeling the counties that are bordering the counties bordering Wayne. Those are along the top and along the bottom. What this means is that when someone comes to see you to give you a signature for 13 of these counties, Wayne County and the 12 counties for which we have flags, you can very quickly access the sheet, and again, speed is one of the secrets to success in petition. Okay, our final topic is advanced petitioning tools. There are a number of ways to get the message out to people. Putting a sign on a stick has a history that's hundreds of years old. Like everything else, it's got advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is that it's cheap and you can quickly put something together. The disadvantage is that it takes both hands to hold the stick, and then what are you going to hold a clipboard with? It's a problem. In answer to this problem, I designed and built what's called a hands-free sign. Unfortunately, I'm just going to be able to show it to you. I can't put it on in here because the ceiling is too low.
Maybe we can move some ceiling down.
Sit down here.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You got a pen?
All right.
Will that work?
Patents are worthless unless you're a big corporation. Anyway, that's what it looks like. Yep.
You got your hands free, and it really,
You got
the
your
people
hands
see the
free.
sign, and if they want a sign, they come to you. If they
Yep.
don't want a sign, they go the other way. So you really don't have to talk people into signing. It's a matter of get the one from this guy and give it to that guy, you know, because you're just constantly busy when you got one of these signs up.
Some more of those?
Pardon me?
Yes. There will be plenty more of these, you can be sure of that. Thank you very much, George.
On the list.
Okay, let's talk about some of the properties of a hands-free sign. Wearing a sign like this, particularly in a crowd, conserves your voice, more than doubles your rate of gathering signatures. I've personally done over 50 an hour with a sign like this. It can be seen for a great distance, leaves both hands free. It attracts people from hundreds of feet away that are favorable to the cause, and for the most part, it repels hecklers. For the most part.
Yeah.
All right. You need to understand that putting on a hands-free sign is a major increase in horsepower. It's roughly equivalent to adding nitrous oxide to an automobile engine. It's also kind of like a jet fighter pilot kicking in his afterburner. It's a major increase in horsepower. Be ready. Okay, before you go out in public wearing one of these hands-free signs, first you need to get some experience. You wouldn't put one of these on a novice petitioner just the same as you wouldn't teach driver's training with a high-performance sports car. That wouldn't work well. Okay, so get some experience, be well prepared. A good way to get experience is to go along with a more experienced petitioner who's wearing a sign. This will introduce you to the level of intensity that one of these can generate. It's one of those things where if you haven't experienced it, there's probably no way somebody can give you an adequate explanation. It's really quite amazing. Some of the qualities these have, all of the metal is either aluminum or stainless steel, so they're rust proof. They're very lightweight. The entire rig is only 3 pounds. If they get wet or dirty, simply wipe them off. What does a sign holder require? It requires 2 petitioners working together, each one with 2 clipboards. Because one of these signs, I guarantee you, in any kind of reasonable crowd, will generate way more signers than any one person could ever handle. Yes?
Could you have a table like that or something and have several clipboards sitting on it and stand behind it with that?
If you're in a place where they'll let you set up a table, yes. Those are few and far between. Okay, let me talk a little bit about the belts. As you can see, you've got 2 belts. You've got a lower belt designed to go around your waist. There's also an upper belt designed to go around your chest. Normally, you only need the waist belt. You only need the chest belt when it's windy. Something you need to be aware of, and it's the reason why I'm not putting the sign on, when a petitioner straps on a sign holder, they just became 8 feet tall. If you're not used to being 8 feet tall, you need to watch out for things you don't normally watch out for, like awnings or low-hanging branches. And if you run into something with your sign, you'll get reminded. Feels like a big hand from the sky is trying to remove your sign.